Hey good viewers, welcome back to the Good View Woodworks channel. My name is Nathan, and in this video we're going to be taking that electric heater and that antique mantle, and we're going to be building our own fireplace here in our living room. It's going to be awesome. Check it out. Alright guys, so the first step is we're going to build a frame to hold the heater up off the floor, and we're going to mount this to the wall. And we're just going to screw straight into the studs, so that way we do minimal damage to the drywall if we ever want to take this thing out. So the first cut that we're going to make is 47.5 inches. All right, now we've got these two, we're gonna go ahead and mount that to the wall in the living room, and we'll start working on our frame from there. Okay, the first thing that we need to do before we start mounting the wood to our wall here is we have to find the studs, okay? So at Home Depot, you can get this thing called a stud finder, and what we do is we go to our wall, and I know that I have a stud right there. I've already marked it, but press the button here, you slide it until it comes on. It'll go off when you leave the stud. See? Okay, so I have a mark here for a stud, and we also have one here, and we have one right here. So we're gonna put our 2x4 up on the wall at the height that we need it, and we'll screw some 3-inch screws directly into the stud. That way we have a good anchor point to hold all this stuff. We don't want this going just directly into the drywall because it's a little too heavy and it could break and fall. That's way too dangerous. All right, here we go. Okay, now that we have our line drawn, what we're gonna do is find the edges. We wanna make sure this board is centered on the wall, okay? Okay, so now that we got the first 2x4 mounted, we're gonna move this out of the way, and we'll do another one right above the trim baseboard. We'll start building our box from there. All right guys, so we got the frame built and we got the heater mounted on the frame. I'll show you real quick what we got. Okay, so we have our simple 2x4 frame built, and it fits perfectly inside the mantle piece here. And then to mount the heater, I just put a piece of plywood here, and I used a little L bracket and used one of the screws that was already in the heater to secure it. So it's in there pretty good. Same thing on the other side. All right, I'm gonna show you real quick. What it looks like with the mantle up, so you guys can kind of get an idea of what I'm going for here. so here it is. You can see what it looks like. It's looking pretty good. So the next step is to put some hardy backer behind here. Start getting some tile put on here. We found some brick tiles from the Restore, and we got them on the cheap. So we're gonna make this thing look like brick. It's gonna be really cool. And after that, I think my wife is going to paint this thing black, and it's gonna look really, really nice. So here we go. All right, guys, so now that we have the frame built and stuff in the house, we're gonna use this piece of hardy backer tile board or cement board, and we're gonna cut it down to, what is it, 46 5/8, and just gonna use the back of the old Ford here, and I'm just gonna score it with a razor blade, just like I do drywall. I don't have very much experience with this stuff, so if you guys know how to use cement board, leave a tip down in the comments below. Thanks. All right, guys, it worked. All I did was I just scored it and then whoosh, bent it across my knee, and it seemed to work pretty well. Now the hard part is I gotta cut a square out of this thing. I don't know if that's gonna work so well. But here I go. All right, guys, well, I came up with something, and I'm probably gonna destroy this bit and destroy a reciprocating saw blade, but it is what it is. It's what I got here. So I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna drill 4 holes, 1 in each corner. I'm gonna use the Sawzall to cut it out. So hopefully this works. I know I'm probably gonna destroy both of these. This thing ain't good for anything anymore. That's all right. I can always buy a new drill bit. That's no big deal. All right, I had to put a red mark there because I couldn't see my mark. So let's try this again. Okay, make sure you have your PPE on, your mask. I'm gonna finish drawing all the lines out, and then we'll finish cutting the square out. Hopefully you can hear me. All right, guys, it's the next day, and we have the frame completely built. You see it? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna plug the heater in and get that thing set, and then we'll get the hardy backer mounted on here and prepared for tile. All right? All right, guys, so it's in, and it's the screws are screwed into the bracket. So I'm gonna take the hardy backer. I've already cut the square in it, as you saw earlier, and we are going to mount that up there and screw it in. Okay, guys, so I temporarily mounted the mantle back up there so you can kind of get an idea what we're going for here. Now you guys can see. Doesn't that look so awesome? It's gonna look like a real fireplace. Well, kind of. turn it on real quick so you guys can get an idea what it's going to look like. So I think it looks really cool. And what we're going to do is we're in the video here. Stay tuned for the next video, part 2. We're going to finish this thing up. It's going to be tiled. It's going to have a real mantle on the top that kind of ties up everything. The TV will be mounted back on the wall. It's going to look really, really cool. We're going to tie all the loose ends up. So guys, don't miss that video. It'll be here next week, so don't miss it. And I'll put a link to all the tools and materials I use down in the description, so you guys, if you want to do the same thing, you can. So do me a favor, click the like button, the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss anything, and share this video with all your friends if you like it. And as always, guys, thanks for hanging out with us.